have blocked out so much of my childhood that I actually don't know what my life is like even just before working.
Maddie Ziegler is looking back at her dance mom days. The 20-year-old sat down with Emily Ratajkowski for her High Low with EmRata podcast and revealed her mom recently apologized for putting her through the stress of the hit TV show when she was a child.
Last year, my mom, I was having a really bad panic attack, and I called my mom, and things were coming up from the past, and she apologized to me, and she was like, I'm so sorry that I put you through that. And it's so sad because it's like she would never want to hurt us.
Of course.
But none of us knew how crazy it would get.
Maddie went on to look back at one of the negative experiences she had.
In the first season, I was 7. There was male producers saying, like, this is what you have to say. And I thought, I was like, my mom wasn't in the room. So I was like, okay, I just have to do whatever I'm being told. And so I would literally they would say you're the best, say you're better than everyone else, say blah, blah, blah. And so I was perceived kind of like a little brat in the first season.
The actress said that because of that, she, quote, was perceived as a little brat in the first season. Maddie also alluded that her former dance teacher, Abby Lee Miller, put a lot of pressure on her during her time on the show. Access Hollywood recently spoke with Abby Lee back in April and revealed if she still talks to Maddie and her other fellow former co-stars.
And I know that you're having JoJo on your podcast. Do you still keep in touch with any of the other stars from Dance Moms or any of the other dancers?
No. Braid Rib Fallow, I still keep in touch a little bit with her. When I was dying in the hospital, she was so kind to come and visit me herself too. Her parents weren't even with her. She was in LA. She made a point to come. Eliana, I keep in touch with Eliana and some of the other kids here and there, but the big stars, the original cast, the kids that made all the money, the kids that are multi-millionaires, but want to blow up the toxic environment they grew up in. Did they not realize that maybe not at 20 or 21, but at 18, they would not have been living in LA with $1 million in their bank account and millions and millions and millions of followers on social media, taking trips all over the world, going to Fashion Week here and there. They wouldn't have done that. They probably, and this is me, just my opinion, would have been in my studio in Pittsburgh, dancing in my senior company, teaching maybe some preschool kids or being my assistant, helping me teach. And, sitting on the couch with some boyfriend watching TV. That's what they would have been doing. They would not have been at the Oscars. Wake up, people, wake up.
Yeah.
It's just, it baffles me that the things that I remember are different than what they remember. And they seem to butt heads with me, and it was all me when I was the one butting heads against the producers week after week for them. I went to bat for those kids. If you don't let Maddie leave and go do the Sia video, I quit. I'm done. Goodbye. And I walked. Remember that? Did she not remember that her mother said, oh, she doesn't need to go. Don't worry about it. At that moment, her mother was more worried about her nutrition that weekend than flying to LA to do something because they weren't letting her go. The mom couldn't go or the sister. It was just the kid. So things like that, I don't get it. I quit because of Nia twice. I gave up my job, my livelihood. I put my job on the line, my salary on